Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Deficit, and you're watching some Search and Destroy on the map Raid. We are playing some league play, 4v3. The opposing team did have a man down from the beginning, and I do want to just kind of throw that out there that we did have that advantage from the beginning. Although in Search and Destroy, I do believe that even if you're a man down, you still can compete. I mean, not necessarily win, because I feel like even a man down in any game type, you're a lot more likely to lose. But you can definitely still put up a fight and make plays, although my team kind of had a snowball effect as myself. I got more confident throughout the rounds, and you guys can see that in just the plays that I'm taking as I become more confident of making the shot when it counts and stuff like that. And there's actually one kill in the game that you guys will notice that I don't even deserve, because there's no way that guy should have missed his shot. So I don't know how I managed to pull that one off. But the topic of today is I want to discuss kind of my summer plans, because I didn't really have any other topic, and I guess that's kind of been on my mind lately. And so my summer plans not to you guys, but about me, is I kind of have one of two ways to go at this point. I can either get a job, which I mean would be ideal, I guess, if I can find somewhere that doesn't absolutely suck balls. And I know some people are gonna make the argument of just rub some dirt on it and just kind of suck it up and get a job so you can make some moolah. And I guess that's okay. Like, I guess that's a valid argument, although I'm just really not fond of that. Although, not to say that I won't necessarily enjoy the job that I do end up getting, even if I think that it may not turn out as great as it does. I think there's a lot to say in the work environment. I think, you have the potential of friends and just coworkers and just getting those personal skills that otherwise you may not be able to achieve. Even if it is like, working at Burger King or McDonald's, like, you still are in that work environment regardless of what industry you happen to be in. It's all about getting that entry-level job, especially with somebody who doesn't have background work experience like myself. I mean, I do have some. When I did work at my college, when I was attending Drexel University, I had a work study, so technically it's work experience, but it wasn't really the same environment as a job. Or maybe it was. I don't know. I have never actually had a real job, if you will. And so if I get a job, there's only one downside, is that I won't be able to kind of visit my friends up in Maine, because that's where I grew up. That's where I did primary school. And actually, I don't know if primary school I don't even know what that is. I think that might just be like elementary school, or if that might just be like all the grades up to high school. But anyway, that was where I did all my education from kindergarten to high school. And so all my friends are in Maine, and a lot of them are coming back from college. I don't think all of them are back quite yet, but I think the majority of them are back, or getting back relatively soon. And so if I wanted to take a trip up to Maine, I have had offers from my friends and their families that I could spend up to the entire summer with their family, which is an outstanding offer to make. I definitely appreciate that generosity thrown out at me like that. I think that's an incredible thing to have been able to earn from them. And I have other friends who are, willing for me to crash at their house for like a week and then kind of switch off to somebody else's house and kind of, spend, distribute the time being spent up there, so that they don't necessarily have to, support me as much as one family would otherwise have to if I was to stay at their house a long time. And so that's kind of where I'm caught up, because if I get a job, I won't be able to travel as much as I'd like to this summer. But if I travel, then I most likely won't be able to get a job and support that financially. And some people have made the argument that I could actually go to Maine and spend the summer up there and just get a summer job up there. And that's not a bad idea either. Although, if that would have happened, up there, transportation is a lot harder to come by, because it's not a larger city. Like, I currently live in Boston, and as you guys are aware, that bigger cities have a lot better public transportation. You guys have, we have the T, or just the train, if you guys will, a subway. And, obviously taxis aren't ideal. It'd mostly just be the T. But, public transportation is there, or buses. And up there, it's not as profound, so it's not as easily come buyable. That's not even a word, but that's all I got in my mind right now. And so, yeah, I guess I could get a job, but it would be a lot harder to actually continue to go to that job unless it was literally local to wherever I was staying at. And if I switch places to where I'm staying at, it may not be as close to one friend's house as it may be to another friend's house. So that might not even be actually possible unless I want to, take a hike for like an hour to work every day, because, that city can get pretty sprawled out, pretty spaced out pretty quick, because, like, you got your city, your downtown area, but then after that, it just kind of, it gets pretty spaced out pretty quick. And so that wouldn't really work out, because I can't drive. I don't have a legal license. I've actually never operated a motor vehicle before. And so that's not true. Actually, I did once in a parking lot, and my mom let me do it, and she literally let me do it for like 5 seconds because I stepped on the gas and I wasn't used to how hard you or how gentle you press on the gas, so it kind of like jerked forward just a little bit, and she like got freaked out and was like, nope, you're done. And I was like, I didn't even do anything yet. Like, I had to get used to stuff like this. Anyway, guys, I think I'm coming up on the end of the video. I think it's about 5:30. So thank you for listening. If you guys are any interested at all in my summer plans, it's either get a job here in Boston or travel to Maine and visit my friends and maybe get a job if it's available to me, but it's seeming unlikely. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day, you sexy beings. Take it easy.